So continuing our discussion on shear and moment diagram, we are now on problem number 4. So same question as before, we have to establish the shear and moment equations of the beam, and then we need to draw the shear and moment diagram of this beam. So dito, iba naman yung case natin. So meron naman tayo ditong same pa rin naman triangular load but simply supported. However, our triangular load is hindi na siya right triangle, no? Okay? So we have here a beam that is simply supported pin at A and then roller at B. Meron triangular load na ang peak magnitude ay 300 Newton meter pero at Newton per meter, and then 0 naman at the supports A and B. The distances are 3 and 1.5 to the vertices from point A to B respectively. So again, our step 1 is to identify first the reaction. So kunin muna natin yung reaction, support reaction. We have here RA and then we have here RB. Okay. But bago natin gawin yon, kailangan muna nating hatiin yung ating triangular load para madali natin siyang ma-analyze. Kasi wala sa gitna yung resulta nito or wala sa 3 meters. Magkahiwalay sila, no? So, i-cut natin yung ating load dito sa point ng 3 meters. Meron tayong triangle 1 and triangle 2. So, pareho yan na magkakaroon ng equivalent concentrated load. Natamahan ng hangin ng aking mic. Okay, so pareho magkakaroon ng concentrated load. So itong unang load natin, ang length niya ay 3 meters, yung pangalawa naman ay 1.5 meters. So tawagin natin itong L1 na lang at saka L2 para madali nating makilala. So get the reaction muna tayo. We can take summation moment at A to determine RB, or we can take summation moment at B to determine RA. Kahit alin naman will do just fine. Okay? So let's take summation moment na lang at A equivalent to 0, assuming clockwise positive. So ang magpo-produce ng clockwise moment dito ay si L1 at si L2. So tawagin natin itong L1. Ang moment arm ni L1, since may measure natin siya from this point, okay, this one will be 2/3 of 3. And then, ito namang si L2, since nagmo-moment tayo kay A, dito kasi, magiging 1/3 naman siya ng 1.5. And then, dito, meron tayong 3 meters. Okay, yung 1/3 ng 1.5, I think that is 0.5. Yung 2/3 naman ng 3, that is 2. Okay. Now, so from this figure, we can say that the moment arm of L1 is 2 meters from A. So, L1 times 2. Then, meron tayong L2. So, plus L2 times, ang moment arm niya, 3 meters from A plus additional 0.5 para doon sa centroid ng triangle. So, we have here 3.5. Okay? So, this is L1 and L2 now. Then, meron tayong reaction at RB causing a counterclockwise moment. So, that is minus RB. Ang moment arm naman niya ay 4.5 equivalent to 0 kasi wala na tayong ibang force. So, what is the value of L1? L1 will be the area of this load. So, L1 will be 1/2 ng 300 times yung length ng L1 ay 3 meters multiplied by 2 plus our L2 naman ay 1/2 ng 300 pa rin yung height niya, but this time the length is only 1.5 multiplied by the moment arm na 3.5 minus 4.5 RB. So, RB here is equal to 0. Pwede mo nang cancel yung 1/2 nito. Ito, 150 na lang para madali ang mathematics. So, we have here 300 times 3. At yung maiwan sa kabila ay 150 times 1.5 times 3.5. Okay, all over 4.5. We have here 375 para kay RB. Okay, so let's note na dito, 375 ito. Then, para naman kay RA, we can now use summation of forces vertical is equivalent to 0. That is, upward forces are positive. So, we have here RA plus RB. Those are the positive forces. Then, minus L1 and L2. And that is equal to 0. Unknown si RA, RB kakasolve lang natin 375. Our L1 is itong 1 half ng 300 times 3. So that is 1 half ng 300 times 3. And si L2 naman ay 1 half ng 300 times 1.5. And that should be equal to 0 for static equilibrium. So RA now will be, meron tayong 150 times 3 plus 150 times 1.5. Okay. Then minus 375. We have 300. Our units are newtons. Okay. So this is in Newton. This is in Newton. I-note na rin natin, this is 300 Newton. Now, second step, establish natin yung mga segments or yung mga points na meron tayo. Okay, so take note, meron tayong pagpapalit ng loading. Mukha lang i-continuous yung triangle natin, pero the behavior of our triangular load, increasing siya from point A hanggang dito, then nag-decrease naman siya at point B. So, nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa loading. So, hindi lang magnitude or hindi lang pagdadagdag or pagbabawas ng load. Pati yung behavior ng load, kung saan siya tumataas, nag-increase or nagdi-decrease, kailangan nating i-note yun. So, let's call this point C. Okay, that is 3 meters from A. So, meron tayong dalawang segment, A to C and C to B. Okay, so dalawa yung magiging putol natin, but for now, gagawin ko muna ay mag-establish ng vertical line dito para sa ating shear and moment diagram. Okay. Ayun yung mag-autocorrect. Okay, so lengthen lang natin to ng konti. Pwede tayong gumamit ng method of area or method of section sa pag-determine ng diagram. Pero, tanong din kasi ng problem sa atin yung equation. So, isolve na rin natin yung equations. Okay? So, this one, for segment AB muna tayo, as AC rather. So, for segment AC, ang meron tayo kay AC ay cut na lang natin anywhere. Pwede tayong mag-cut kahit saan. Pwedeng cut natin muna dito. Anywhere at AC, kahit saan ka mag-cut, okay lang. So, meron tayo ditong beam. I think I have to simplify na lang yung beam para masanay tayo. Masyadong matagal. Ayan yung beam na lang natin. Meron tayong vertical reaction dito na 300 Newton. And then, meron tayong triangular load. Bahin ko na lang kulay. Ang distance nito, since arbitrary yung pagkakat natin or any value, we call this distance x. Unfortunately, nung nag-cut tayo, hindi sakto sa 300, hindi tayo dito pumutol. Dito lang. So, hindi natin alam ito, tawagin muna nating F1. Okay? So, dito ngayon, magkakaroon ng internal reaction, meron tayong shear at meron tayong moment. Take note of the direction, pababa si shear so that we assume na positive yung shearing na nangyayari and si moment naman ay counterclockwise para mag-produce siya ng positive bending moment. Okay? So, sige. Let's try to solve for the value of F1 first. Similar doon sa kanina, pwede tayong mag-ratio and proportion or similar triangle theorem. So, ito yung triangle natin. Kanina, ang height nito ay 300. Okay? Pero since nagputol tayo dito, somewhere along sa gitna, F1 na lang yung nakuha natin. Ang distance ng F1 mula dito kay vertex ng ating triangle, that is x. Ang distance naman from the vertex of the triangle up to this point ay 3 meters. So, by similar triangle, we can say that 300 over 5, yung height ng malaking triangle over its length na 3 meters, that is equal sa height ng smaller triangle which is F1 over X, or F1 is 300, divide na natin to, 60X. 300 over 5, to confirm lang, 60X. Okay, so F1 is just equivalent to 60X. Okay, so pwede na tayong mag-proceed sa shear equation. Let's take summation forces vertical equivalent to 0, assuming that upward forces are positive. So meron tayo ditong 300 Newton upward force, then may minus tayo, kunin natin yung equivalent load or equivalent concentrated load nitong ating F1, that is 1/2 ng F1 times ang kanyang length ay X. Okay? Then, may pababang shear force tayo dito, so minus B equivalent to 0. So, this is 300 Newton minus 1/2 ng 60X, that is our F1, times X minus B equal to 0. Or V is just 300 minus 1/2 ng 60 ay 30. So, 300 minus 30x squared. So, that is the shear equation for segment AB where the value of x should be greater than 0 but less than or equal to 3. So, those are the limitation of this formula. Continue na ngayon natin sa moment muna, tsaka tayo mag-plot later on. Let's take summation moment assuming clockwise positive equivalent to 0. Saan tayo nagmo-moment? Dito sa point kung saan tayo nagputol ng beam. So, positive yung rotation ng 300. So, that is 300 times x, the moment arm. And then, meron tayo ngayon ditong F1 na uniformly varying. So, the equivalent load niyan is 1/2 ng F1 times yung length niya na x. And the moment arm, kung ito yung concentrated load niya na equivalent, this is, since dito tayo nag-moment, this is 1/3 of x. So, meron tayo ditong 1/3 of x. Okay? So, wala na tayong moment dito, pero may negative na internal reaction M dito, equivalent to 0. So, our moment for segment AB is 300 times x. Si F1, take note that this is 60x. So, makakancel ito, magiging minus 30x times x times 1/3 of x. Okay? Or our moment equation is 300x. 1/3 ng 30 is 10x cubed. So, this is our moment equation for segment AB naman. Okay. So, let's proceed on the next segment. Puntahan naman natin yung segment CB. So, for segment CB, ang meron tayo dito ngayon ay pababang force na, no? So, pababa na yung triangle natin. Our values of x should be greater than 3 but less than or equal to 4.5. Okay? So, kunin natin yung value. Yung section natin, yung beam natin ay putol. So, meron tayong vertical reaction dito which is 300. Ang putol natin ay anywhere along segment B, kahit saan dyan. So, dito, meron tayong nag-peak dito yung 300 and then naputol. Masyado yata maigsi. Okay? And then, naputol naman pagdating dito. So, again, ito yung point kung saan ang length natin ay 3 meters. Ito si point C, ito si point A. Oops, dito na lang sa ibabaw. Ito yung 3 meters. Ito, ayan, this one. Okay? Ito ay 300. Let's call this point F2. Ito yung naputol na force dito sa part na to. Nung nagputol tayo, may force na lilitaw dyan. Yaan si F2. Okay? And the distance is still, this is still x. Again, we have to find F2. Ano ba yung magiging value ng F2? Let's isolate the second triangle, si L2. Yung triangle natin pangalawa. So, ang height ng triangle natin ay 300. Ang kanyang length ay 1.5 meters. So, this is 1.5 meters. Hinati natin. Naging trapezoid. Ito ngayon si F2. Take note, yung 1.5 meters ay kabuuang length nito. This is 1.5 meters. Ano kaya yung length nito? At saka yung length nito? Hindi natin to pwedeng sabihin x kasi hindi dyan nagsimula ang x natin. Ang x natin ay mula kay point A. So, para makuha natin to, yung part na to from our illustration, itong point na to this point, yan ay x, dito ay x, minus, bawasan natin ng 3. So, this is x minus 3. So, yung part na to is x minus 3. And yung natitira naman is 1.5 minus x minus 3. Hindi na kasya. Ibaba ko ng konti itong 1.5. Oops. Ba't nasama ka, boy? Okay? Yung natitirang maliit na part, that is 1.5, yung kabuuang haba, minus x minus 3. Or simply, 4.5 minus x. Okay? So, kasi kapag binuo natin yan, di ba, bubuin mo yung beam? Okay. Yung distance na to, hanggang dito, ayaw niya mag-autocorrect. Pag binuo natin yung beam, yung distance, yung length ng beam natin is actually 4.5. So, yung natitira dito is yung kabuang length minus x. So, 4.5 minus x. Kaya ito ay 4.5 minus x. So, let's proceed. Kunin na natin yung value ng F2. Again, similar triangle. We have 300 over its length na 1.5. That is equivalent sa height ng maliit na triangle which is F2 over 4.5 minus x. So, F2 is 300 over 1.5. Namatay na yung calculus ko. That is 200 times 4.5 minus x. So, this is our F2. F2 pa lang yung kinocompute natin. So, kunin na ngayon natin. Since alam na natin sa F2, kunin na natin ngayon yung ating shear equation. That by taking summation of forces vertical equivalent 0, assuming upward positive. Hindi natin nailagay that at this point kung saan tayo nagputol, meron diyang internal shear na downward at internal moment na counterclockwise. So, ito pa rin yung point of consideration natin. So, what are our forces? Meron tayong upward dito na 300. Okay? Then, wala na. So, ang meron na lang tayo, meron tayong mga downward forces dito. Okay? So, yan ang meron tayo. Yung itong larger triangle or yung mas mahabang triangle, buo na yung load na sakop na natin yan. So, buo na natin i-consider ngayon yan. Ang area niyan ay 1/2 ng 300 yung kanyang height. Ang length naman niya ay 3 meters. So, hindi na si F1 ang gagamitin natin kasi buo na yung triangle. Then, yung pangalawa naman, that is a trapezoid. So, pwede nating hatiin into a triangle and a rectangle or pwede nating gunin ng buo. Pero since magmo-moment tayo, mas madali kung hahatiin natin ito into a triangle and a rectangle. So, pagdating sa shear, ang meron tayo ay yung rectangle that is F2 times ang distance na lang niya or ang length na lang niya ay x minus 3. Okay, para naman dito sa triangle, kung ito ay F2, therefore yung matitira dito ay 300 minus F2. So, we have here para sa triangle, minus 1 half ng 300 minus F2, okay? Times ang kanyang length ay x minus 3 din, minus yung ating internal shear na B equivalent to 0. Therefore, our B is 300 minus 150 times 3, negative 150. Then, meron tayo ditong yung F2 natin, that is F2x na lang muna siya. Distribute muna natin. Minus or magiging plus ito kasi negative 3F2 minus 1 half ng 300 times x minus 3, then plus 1 half ng F2 times x minus 3. So, our V is negative 150 minus F2x plus 3 F2, okay, minus 150x, 150 na lang kasi ito, multiplied by x, so 150x, then magiging negative positive, 150 times 3, 450, plus 1 half ng F2x minus 3 halves ng F2. What the? Ang haba. So, our V now is negative 150 plus 450, 300 ito. Then, meron tayong F2x dito. So, we have, pagsamahin na kaya natin. So, minus F2x plus, meron pa pala tayong 150x. Kunin muna natin to. 150x. And then, doon tayo sa may F2x tayo. Kasi hindi pa natin nasa-substitute si F2 actually. So, yung F2x natin, that would be minus F2x plus F2x. So, negative 1 half F2x. And then, 3F2 minus 3 over 2F2. Calculate natin. Negative, positive 3 over 2 F2. So, ito okay na. Napag-sum up na natin siya. Ito ay ito. Ito okay na rin. Then, ito napagsama na. So, kompleto na natin. Let's substitute now F2. So, our V here is 300 minus 150x minus 1 half of x. Ang F2 natin ay 200 times 4.5 minus x plus 3 halves ng 200 times 4.5 minus x. So, V is 300 minus 150x. Simplify na lang natin to. Meron tayong 100x times 4.5 minus x. Let's simplify ito. Meron tayong 300 times 4.5 minus x. So, let's keep it this way na lang muna kasi humahaba masyado. Okay? So, yan na muna yung ating shear equation. Again, kung wala ito sa choices, substitute ka ng any value ng x dito sa nakuha nating value, tapos i-confirm mo siya sa choices, substitute ka rin ng any value of x. Dapat pareho yung lalabas. Okay? So, this is just a shear equation. Puntahan naman natin si moment. Pagdating sa moment, let's take summation of moment at our cut equivalent to 0, clockwise positive. So, dito tayo magmo-moment sa putol. So, our moment here will be, meron tayong 300. Ang moment arm niya dito sa putol ay x lang. So, we have 300 times x. Okay? And then, yung ating, itong load natin na to, meron tayong minus yan, 1 half ng, ang height natin ay 300, ang ating length ay 3 meters, ang moment arm niya at this point, ito yung kailangan natin. So, alam natin na ito ay 1/3 ng 3, so this one is 1 meter. So, that is 1 plus x minus 3. So, ang total length natin ng 1 plus x minus 3 is x minus 2. Okay, kasi ito na lang matitira dito eh. Okay, so dito, ang maiiwan na lang ay 2 meters. Okay? So, x minus 2. So, ang moment arm natin ay x minus 2 na lang. Okay? So, again, 1/2 ng 300, kasi triangle ito, height is 300, ang length natin ay 3. So, 1/2 ng 300 times 3. Tapos, ang moment arm natin from this point to dito ay x, bawasan ko ng 2. So, x minus 2. Delete natin to. X minus 2. Okay? So, 1/2 ng 300 times 3 times x minus 2. Then, puntahan naman natin yung pinutol natin na load. Unahin natin yung rectangular. Ang height ay F2. So, meron tayong minus F2. Ang length ng F2 ay x minus 3. X minus 3. Ang kanya namang moment arm ay x minus 3. Kakalahatiin natin. So, that would be x minus 3 over 2. Okay? Then, puntahan natin yung triangular load na meron tayo. Hindi nakakasya pag nilakihan ko pa yung sulat. So, yung triangular load naman, ang height natin ay 300 minus F2. So, minus 1/2 ng 300 minus F2. Okay? And ang length naman niya ay x minus 3 din. At ang moment arm niya at this point is ito. Which is, di ba 2/3 ito kasi triangle pa rin naman yan. So, 2/3 ng x minus 3. So, this is 2/3 ng x minus 3. Hindi na magkasya, Lord. Then, meron tayong negative moment dito. So, minus m equivalent to 0. Whew. Simplify. Our moment is 300x. Ito magiging minus 450 x minus 2. Ang value ng F2 natin ay 200 times 4.5 minus x. 200 times 4.5 minus x times x minus 3 squared over 2 minus 1/2. Cancel na pala 1/2. So, 1/3 na lang ng 300 minus our F2 ay 200 multiplied by 4.5 minus x times x minus 3 squared. My God, hindi na to pang exam boy. Okay, so kapag ganito yung problem, skip mo na lang. So, ito na yung moment equation. Di na natin isi-simplify muna. Okay? Again, ang gagawin na lang natin is mag-substitute ka ng value ng x. So, at x is, ang limitations natin dito, greater than 3 but less than 4.5. Random, 3.92. Kunin mo yung value ng moment, tapos i-check mo yung mga moment sa letter A, ano yung value ng moment, at x is 3.92, ano ang moment. Kung ano yung magtutugma, yun ang tamang sagot. O, pagdating sa area, or pagdating sa ating diagram, i-drawing na lang natin using area method. Okay? Kasi madadrain tayo dito sa problem. Question pa lang, we've been solving it for 30 minutes now. Now, so, gawin na lang muna natin, mag-area method muna tayo. So, kunin natin yung mga area ng triangle natin dito. Itong triangle na una, ang area nito, ayaw sumulat. Ang area nito ay, the area is 1/2 ng 300 times 3. Take note, negative yung 300. So, this is negative 450. And ang area naman sa side na to, the area is 1/2 ng negative 300 times, ang length natin ay 1.5. So, the area is 225 negative 2 to 5. So, these are the area. I-plot natin yung ating shear diagram. So, at point A, may reaction tayo, 300 Newton positive. Hihilahin niya paangat yung ating shear diagram. So, mapupunta tayo sa positive 300. Next. So, kung 300 ito, the change in load is negative 450. So, plus 300 minus 450, mapupunta tayo sa negative 150. So, from negative 150, the change in load is negative 225. So, negative 150 minus 225, punta tayo sa negative 375. Okay? So, i-plot natin yung ating curve. Sabi natin, pwede natin gamitin yung PNDI circle. This is a positive decreasing, negative increasing, negative decreasing, positive increasing. Yung load natin from A to C, that is negative kasi pababa, and increasing. So, ito yung curvature natin. Okay, quadrant 2, pababa na ito. Okay? And since ang degree ng ating load ay 1, so the degree here is 2. Kaso may point of zero shear tayo dito. Okay? Next. Paano naman yung dito sa point na to? Ang load naman natin ngayon ay negative pa rin pero decreasing. So ito naman negative decreasing. Pababaliit naman yung value from 300 to 0. So yung curvature naman natin should be concave upward. N is equal to 2 pa rin. And then at this point, at point B, meron tayong reaction na 375 closing out our shear diagram. So madali lang yung area ng shear diagram. Ang problema, yung moment diagram kasi meron tayong point of zero shear dito. Take note, yung point of zero shear, when B is 0, our moment is maximum at kadalasan yan yung tinatanong ng problem. Okay? So ang gawin na lang natin, since alam natin na yung segment na to, A to C, o yung point ng zero shear ay nasa segment AC, gamitin natin yung equation. Gamitin natin ito. So, point of zero shear. Hanapin natin yung point of zero shear using this equation. B is equal to 300 minus 30x squared. Sabi natin, 0 yung shear, equate natin to sa 0, and then let's solve for x. Dalawa yung magiging value, piliin yung positive. So, we have square root of 10. Hindi ako nagkakamali. 3.16. So, hindi pasok. We have 300 minus 30 alpha x squared. Alpha equal to 0. Shift solve. 3.16. So, hindi pwede kasi lumagpas siya.
One eternity later.
Okay, so we made a mistake. That one is fatal, ano? So, ano yung nangyari? Previously, yung nailagay ko dito ay 5, kaya ito ay naging 60x. That is wrong, ano, na mislook ko siya, na akala ko 5 yung naisulat ko, but it's actually 3. Okay? So, napaka-importante ng maayos na sulat. Okay? So, ang nangyari, nabago yung ating value ng F1 from 60x naging 100x. Kaya ang ating equation na for shear for our segment AC ay 300 minus 50x squared, and for our moment naman, that is 300x minus 50 over 3. So, naging 50 over 3 na ito, x cubed. So, wala namang nabago doon sa pangalawa, sa mahaba, kasi hindi naman involved dito si F1. Okay? So, the same pa rin yung ating formula for moment, the same pa rin yung ating formula for shear. Okay? Okay. So, let's correct this value. Since sabi natin, nahanap natin yung location of zero shear, V is equal to 300 minus 50x squared yung ating formula. We can substitute 0 doon sa shear. Itong makukuha natin value ng xi. 300 minus 50 alpha x squared alpha equal to 0. Pwede naman tayo mag-transpose. Square root of 6. So, this is square root of 6 or 2.449. So, this is a location of our zero shear. Another way to do it is using the squared property of parabola. Since nandito yung vertex natin on shear moment diagram, we can use this property. Okay? x1 squared over y1, that is x2 squared over y2. And we can also use this on the third degree. Kapag third degree naman, x1 cube over y1 is equal to x2 squared cube over y2. So, ano ba yung tinutukoy kung x1, y1 dito? Ano yung x2, y2? Okay. So, si x1, y1, okay, are the coordinates of a point of the parabola. Let's say, kunin natin ito, this parabola na to. Okay. So, kailangan nating i-draw yung parabola na to. The vertex is at this point. Bakit yan yung vertex? Kasi dito nag-zero yung ating load. Okay, so kunin natin yan. Isolate natin yung parabola na yon. Okay, meron talang dalawang known point sa parabola. We have the vertex. Okay, alam natin na nandito yung vertex. Tapos meron tayong alam na point dito. Yung point na yan, yung point na to, that is 300 tsaka negative 150. Ang kinukuha natin ay vertical distance lang. Hindi natin kinukuha kung ano yung kanyang sign convention. So, kung 300 hanggang dito, tapos ito 150, so therefore, yung total height ng ating parabola here ay 450. Then, the distance horizontal from this point to this point is 3 meters. So, we can say na ito ay 3 meters. So, meron tayong two known point. Kung ito yung ating vertex, we can assume that the coordinate of that is 0, 0 muna. Okay? So, ang alam natin, yung x1 natin, that is 3 meters. If this is our point 1. And y1 natin is 450 newtons or kilonewtons yata to. Newtons nga. Okay, then we have an unknown point 2. Si point 2 is yung unknown point, may kulang na data. So yung point 2 is somewhere around here. Okay, let's say ito si point 2. Okay, ito yung point 2 natin. And ang location ng ating point 2 is 300 pababa. Okay, kasi hanggang ito si point 2 doon mismo sa exact value ng beam natin doon sa 0 na shear. So ito ay 300, no? So, this one is 300. And, hindi natin alam yung distance na to. Ito yung sinolve natin kanina, Zay. Alam natin, pero kasi nasolve na natin. But, if we are trying to use yung method na to, hindi pa natin siya alam, no? Okay, this is our, let's call this x also. Measured from the vertex. Okay, so this is our x2. Unknown siya. So, gawin natin yung squared property of parabola on this one. Ang makukuha natin is meron tayong 3 squared over 450. Okay, that is x squared over y1 equivalent to our x2 squared over 300. Okay? So, here we can say that x2 is dapat the same yan. Square root ng 3 squared over 400 multiplied by 300. Sorry, 450. Muntik na naman tayo magkamali sa pagmamadali. So, 450, we still have the same value, square root of 6. So, ganyan natin gamitin yung squared property of parabola. Para lang din siyang yung similar triangle, but this time, yung x natin ay naka-squared. Nilagay ko yan sa ibabaw, sa ibang mga problems, or sa ibang mga references, nasa ilalim siya. Kasi, yun nga lang, mahirap kasing mag-shift solve kaya kapag ka nasa ilalim yung x, kadalasan sa mga student, nagsi-shift solve sila. Okay? So, kaya nilagay ko siya sa ibabaw. But pareho lang din naman yan. Ratio lang yan. Okay? So, tandaan natin tong property na to. This one is very important. Alright. Now, next, let's proceed with the area. Okay. So, itong mga area na to, na-solve ko to kanina. Actually, last night. But, inulit ko yung discussion. So, let's resolve this one correctly. Okay? So, alam na natin na ito yung Bmax. So, ito yon. Kumbaga, kung ito drawing ko, ito yung beam natin na horizontal, no? So, ito yung beam. Ito yung ating positive moment na to. At ito naman, meron tayong negative moment. So, let's call this one area 1. Let's call this part area 2. Okay? And then, let's try to solve using method of area. So, sa pagkuha natin ng area, again, na-discuss ko kanina, pwede lang natin gamitin yung formula na 1/3, 2/3 if yung ating parabola is nanggaling sa vertex or na-cover yung vertex. Okay, so paano yan? For area 1, madali lang si area 1. Since nasa kanya yung vertex, pwede natin gamitin yung 1/3. Itong part na to magiging 2/3 kasi siya yung bulging, siya yung naka-bulge. This is 2/3 ng yung length niya ay x2 times 300. Or that is area 1 is 2/3 ng square root of 6 times 300. Okay? Purahin ko na dito para hindi magulo. So that is 2/3 of square root of 6 times 300. We have 489.898 newtons. Now, pagdating naman dun kay area 2, this one's a bit complicated kasi ang area na hinahanap sa atin ay itong part na ito. Okay? So, paano natin kukunin yung part na yan? Sir, pwede natin gamitin si 1/3. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin si 1/3 kasi wala doon sa parabola yung vertex. Kung kukunin ko yung 1/3, dapat manggagaling yung parabola ko sa vertex. But ang pwede natin gawin is, we can determine yung area ng parabola dito. Yung area ng parabola dito, ng parabolic spandrel at this point. And then the area of this rectangle. So, makukuha naman natin yan. So, yung area ng parabola na to, let's call this pansamantala, tawagin natin siyang area 3 at ito naman si area 4. So si area 3, pwede nating makuha kung itong area 1 is 2/3, si area 3 naman is 1/3 kasi nandun yung vertex at they are in the same rectangle lang naman. Ano? So hahatiin lang nila yung rectangle, yung malaki ay 2/3, yung maliit naman ay 1/3. So si area 3 is magiging 1/3 square root of 6 multiplied by 300. Okay? So that would be 1/3 na square root of 6 times 300. We have 244.949 Newton. Okay. Now si area 4, rectangle lang ito. rectangle lang siya na ang kanyang length naman ay 3 meters, yung kabuuang haba hanggang dito, bawasan natin ng x2, kaya 3 meters minus x2, ang kanya namang height ay 300. So we have area 4 equivalent to 300 minus square root of 6 times, 3 meters rather, 3 meters minus square root of 6 times 300. Okay? 3 meters minus x2 times 300. x2 is square root of 6. So we have now 3 minus square root of 6 times 300. We have the area of 165.153 newtons. Now, take note, ang sinolve na lang natin ay si area 3 and si area 4. Pero ang hinahanap sa atin ay si area 2. So, meron tayong malaking parabolic spandrel dito. Okay? Na ang kanyang height ay 450, ang kanyang width ay 3 meters. Yung malaking parabolic spandrel na yan ay binubuo ng area 3, area 4 at area 2. So, basically, yung bigger parabolic spandrel, ang kanyang formula ay 1/3 kasi siya ay naka-concave. Yung pag naka-concave, ang ginagamit nating formula ay 1/3. Kapag naka-bulge, 2/3. So 1/3 ng 450 times 3. Ito yung malaking parabolic spandrel. Okay? This one, yung mas malaki na to. Okay? And that is equal sa area 2 plus area 3 plus area 4. So, since meron na tayong area 3 and area 4, we can now solve for area 2. That is 450 minus 244.949 minus 165.153. So, the area 2 is 450 minus 244.949 minus 165.153. Meron tayong 39.898 Newton. This is the area 2. So, lagay na natin dito sa ating graph. So, we have now, ang ating area 1 ay 489.898. So, the area is positive 489.898. And then, ito namang maliit na to, ang kanyang area ay negative yan kasi nasa ilalim, 39.898. So, area is negative 39.898. So, ang kulang na lang natin ay yung area na ito. So, let's call this area 3. Okay. So, si area 3, since dito naputol yung ating calculation kanina, meron tayong parabola dito na bulging. Okay? Na ang vertex ng parabola natin ay kung saan nag-zero yung ating triangular load. So, nasa point B ang vertex natin. Ito ang vertex, may parabola tayo, tapos may rectangle pa tayo doon sa ibabaw. So, let's isolate that part, yung second part ng ating shear and moment, ng ating shear diagram. Wala pa pala tayong moment diagram. Okay? So, may rectangle doon sa taas, and then ito yung ating parabolic spandrel, di ba? So, ito ngayon, yung part na to, kung ito yung ating beam, ito yung beam natin, itong part na to, this is 150, di ba? Ayan, sa ating shear diagram. This is negative 150. Di muna natin nilalagay yung negative, pero kung sanay naman kayong maglagay ng negative, okay lang din yan. So, dito ngayon, itong part na to, that is 375 naman. So, this is 375. Ba't ba naka-broken line? Ayan. Then, syempre, itong matitira, ito ay 225 pag susubtrakin lang natin. So, yan, 225 yung matitira. Nandito yung vertex natin. Nandito yung vertex kasi dito nag-zero yung ating load from the load diagram. Alright. Then, ang length natin horizontally ay 1.2 meter. Okay. So, kung kailangan nating kuning area ay yung lahat na to. Unahin na muna natin na meron tayong area dito ng rectangle. Let's call this area 5. Dito tayo nayari at si area 6 naman yung natitira sa ilalim. Okay. So, for area 5 muna tayo, that is a rectangle. We have 1.2 yung kanyang length. Ang kanyang height ay 150. So, 1.2 times 150, we have sorry, the distance is 1.5 not 1.2. Anong galing yun? So this is 1.5. So this is 225 newtons. Pagdating naman kay area 6, again, this is a parabolic spandrel. Pwede natin gamitin si 1/3, 2/3 kasi nakapasok yung vertex dun sa kinukuha nating area. Okay? Kapag hindi nakapasok yung vertex dun sa area, hindi mo pwedeng gamitin si 1/3, 2/3. Mag-a-add and subtract ka. Similar with what we do on area 2. Okay? So dito, pwede na tayong dumirekta sa formula since naka-bulge yung ating area, that is 2/3 ngayon. Ang height natin ngayon ay 225 at ang length natin ay 1.5 meters. Okay? So ang makukuha natin dito ay 2/3 ng 1.5 meter na length. 225 naman yung height ng parabolic spandrel. That is also 225 or yung kabuuang area na to ay dalawang 225. So this is 450. So this area right here is equivalent sa negative 450. So dito pwede na tayong mag-plot nung ating moment diagram. Pag na-master nyo yung paggamit ng area even parabolic, hindi na mahirap yung paggamit ng area method. So nagiging mahirap lang kasi siya kasi hindi ka komportableng gumamit ng formula ng area. Pero once na komportable kang gumamit ng formula ng area, wala nang problema. Okay, so let's plot it. We have now the values. So at RA, meron tayong pin support. Again, kapag yung pin or yung roller support ay nasa dulo ng isang beam, wala silang moment. Okay, hindi yan nagkakaroon ng moment. Now, kapag sila naman ay nasa miyembro ng isang continuous beam, dun pa lang nagkakaroon ng internal moment sa point na yon kasi continuous yung ating beam. Pero dito, okay, wala tayong moment. So, unless merong naka-act na moment dyan, so this is 0. Okay? So, nagsisimula sa 0 yung ating shear and moment diagram. According to the problem, meron tayong 489 positive increase ng moment. So, at this point, let's plot it at this point. Assume 489 yan. So, we have 489.898. Then, dito naman, may negative 39.898 tayo. 39.898. So, minus yan. 898. We have, may maiiwan sa atin na positive 450 dito. This one is positive 489.898. And then dito, may negative 450 tayo. So, mapupunta sa 0. So, let's connect the dots. Okay. So, for our first part of the curve, meron tayong positive tapos pababa yung value niya. So, positive decreasing. Ito yung curvature, quadrant 1. Okay? So, curvature natin ay ito. And the degree of our curve now is 3. Cubic na. Cubic spline na to. Then, for our second one, that is continuous ito actually. Ito pala. Continuous ito na negative from 0, nag-increase from this point, nag-increase na naman siya from 150. So, pwede natin pagsabayin na to. Hindi tumapat. Okay? So, it is a negative increasing, kaya yung curvature natin ay ito. Itapat na lang natin si positive 450. Ayan. Okay? So, this is our moment diagram for this problem. So, yung mga tipo ng problem na to, isa ito sa mga pinakamahihirap na problem sa shear and moment diagram. Mukha lang siyang simple. To be honest, mukha lang talaga siyang simple, but it's really complicated kapag nagpunta na tayo sa equation. When involved ang isang triangle load or triangular load, uniformly varying load, nagiging komplikado yung pag-compute ng shear and moment equation dahil kailangan nating mag-ratio and proportion or magputol at some point of the triangle kagaya ng ginawa natin dito. Dalawang beses kasi dalawang triangle ang meron tayo. Now, pag naman ang gagamitin mong method ay area method, kailangan ready kang mag-analyze ng mga parabolic spandrel, yung mga area ng parabolic spandrel. Hindi naman siya mahirap. It's just kailangan mo lang ng more practice siguro para mas madali mo siyang ma-resolve. Okay? So that's it for this problem. This one's so very difficult. Hindi ito nasa introductory level, nasa mastery level na ito. So if you are trying to watch it, maybe you should also watch my previous videos about shear and moment diagram. And siguro it will also help to watch my old videos about this, yung mga simple beams na sinosolve ko ron. Okay? So that's it for this discussion. See you on the next